Reinier de Ridder's own mama might not take it back after that performance. I mean, come on, man. And it's the quitting that's really bothering me, and it's not the fact that his corner threw the towel in. That is something that I think needs to happen more often. No, it's the fact that once things started going not his way, Reinier de Ridder gave up. Yes, if you missed it, UFC Vancouver, weird card, lots of fights, some fights that were nuts, and yada yada, blah blah, this and that. But Reinier de Ridder and Brendan Allen was the main event. Originally supposed to be Reinier de Ridder versus Anthony Hernandez. And if you watch this fight, the first round with Brendan Allen, Reinier de Ridder looked like a world beater. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I do want to see Khamzat versus Reinier de Ridder over Nasruddin Imavov, who's now going to be next because de Ridder lost. Hey guys, before we start this episode, like, subscribe. In the description, I've got a Discord. I've got a Substack newsletter where you can get all of these right to your inbox. Then that second round came around and Brendan Allen took him down, reverse position, and really started to wear on. I'm like, nah, never mind. I don't want to see that at all. That is not a fight I have any desire to see whatsoever. I think Khamzat runs through Reinier de Ridder, and watching him quit like he did really sent home a point. He quit against Anatoly Malott. Now, Malott beat the brakes off of him, but he quit. Plain and simple. Like, once de Ridder got in there, his jiu-jitsu was great that first round, but once it didn't work, it seemed like he just kind of like ran out of answers. Like, I'm gonna keep trying to roll for arm bars, and it didn't work. Brendan Allen knew what he was doing. And now Louisiana's finest, Brendan Allen, he's got to be Louisiana's finest now because like Macy Chasson in it and Dustin Poirier retired. So credit where credit's due. Brendan Allen looked great, except for that first round. And if we're looking at a hypothetical Khamzat Chimaev fight down the road, it's like, you ain't got it either, dog. De Ridder took him down with a nice overhook and sweep with the leg. It was beautiful. But all in all, both of these fighters, you watch both of these fighters and look at the new state of middleweight, the new champion, Khamzat Chimaev, and you quickly realize none of them want that smoke. Neither of those guys wanted that smoke. And I love Brendan Allen. I don't pick against Brendan Allen. I don't pick against anybody from Louisiana unless it's Pat Barry. I think that fight was just showed us the level that both of them are on. Chimaev runs through both of them. But de Ridder, he quit in there once things started not going his way. He was gassed. He gave Brendan Allen positions he wouldn't have given him if he took the fight seriously. It was ridiculous. Absolutely terrible performance. Like I said at the top, his own mama won't take him back after that. Like, I don't know who this is. Dude just quit. What do you think Fluffy Hernandez would have done to him? What would have Anthony Hernandez, a guy notoriously known for pushing the pace for 5 rounds? Think back to that Michelle Pereira fight. How Fluffy just denigrated the guy, you know? And then in the 5th round, he gets the finish. A 4-round beating. What would Reinier de Ridder have done? He'd have melted. Would have melted. Now we give credit to Brendan Allen, though. Brendan Allen came in on 2 weeks' notice. 2 weeks' notice, or not quite 2 weeks, short notice. Anthony Hernandez pulled out. So he's like, yeah, I'll take on Reinier de Ridder. He's what, ranked 3, 4, something like that? Absolutely, I'm ranked 9. I'll take him on any day of the week. Worked out well for him, though, right? He got the dub. On Tuesday, when the new rankings come out, he's going to be top 5 in the world, which is crazy. Brendan Allen, Louisiana's finest now, representing our great state. It was cool to see him kind of come out to the Canadian flag, given like the Acadians came down from Canada to Louisiana, my home state. If you don't get that, Louisiana, I'm from Louisiana, so it's my home state, and I'm like real supportive of that. Daniel Cormier, Dustin Poirier, Brendan Allen, Macy Chasson. We got some good fighters coming out of here. I'm not one of them. I don't fist fight. But it was real cool because Allen had answers for Reinier de Ridder after that first round. You know, the first round he kind of got drubbed. And I think he made the proper call-outs after the fight. You know, he didn't call out Chimaev. He called out Strickland. He called out DDP. There's the Israel Adesanya fight. There's some fights out there for him. And it's not Khamzat. You know, we need to see a little bit more from Brendan Allen. Because you remember, Sean Strickland knocked him out. So you'd love to get that back. He didn't call out Anthony Hernandez either, who has 2 wins over him. One in the UFC, one in the LFA a few months ago. Or UFC a few months ago. LFA was years ago. But Brendan Allen kind of showed that he is a good fighter. He's getting better. But, like, with the way middleweight is, like, I don't know, man. Like, he might not even beat, like, a Cal Barrio. You know? It's like one of those situations, like, man, I don't know where this guy is. I don't know what he brings to the table. So, I like the Strickland call out. I think that's the one. Like, it'd be hilarious if they gave him Fluffy again. Like, yeah, here you go. Good luck, brother. It was a fun fight, that first one. Or that second one. A bunch of scrambles and stuff in it, man. That was super fun. But, yeah, like, you got to give Brendan Allen the credit because, like, he did everything he was supposed to win that fight. Everything. He was ready. Even on short notice, he was ready. And this things you love to see, baby. That's just things you love to see. Now, the co-main event was nuts. Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. I say nuts as in Kevin Holland got, low blowed multiple times. The second time took whole 5 minutes and decided to continue. Mike Malott did the exact opposite of what Drew Dober did earlier in the fight card, went out to get a finish. Mike Malott just played the game like, okay, I got him beat. The dude's suffering and dying over here from a low blow that I inflicted on him twice. 2 times. Big Dan Murgliata's got to be the worst ref in the game. Just thinking about, like, how much he gave away this card. Not just this fight, because, like, that fight should have been a no contest. Should have been waved off. Once Holland got to the 5 minute, you should have to ask him one time, can you continue? Can you still fight? If he doesn't answer that, fight's over. You got to end it right there. But no, he didn't. He let it go. And Holland was very compromised that second round. Mike Malott, he looked really good. Like, I'll give him credit. Like, he's a good fighter. Kevin Holland should have beat him, though. That low blow, both of them, really changed the dynamic of this fight through and through. I mean, I'm not trying to bust Kevin Holland's balls here or anything. I meant that one, boys. I meant that one. I'm not trying to bust his, but at the same time, you have to know, like, when is it best for you to fight and when is it best for you to say, all right, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it. Because you can't just go out and get mauled like that. Terrible idea. He looked okay in the third round, but he was still timid. Like, he was still very clearly hurting. Credit to Mike Malott for going out there and getting the job done. He tried to lay the post fight. My game plan worked. Hit him low hit him low twice and really compromised, and like nobody in the arena laughed. And they were in Canada, and Mike Malott's Canadian. Like nobody laughed. They were like, I ain't having that, bro, because that was a bad one. Then he's in his post fight. Like, I could have swore I got all thigh on that. Like, no, dude, the replay clearly shows like this dude was good. Really cool moment though. Kevin Holland got caught in an arm triangle, and he kind of he bucked his way out of it, which was really neat. But Mike Malott's grappling is really good too. He's a really good striker. He's a really good all around fighter. He's gonna be ranked now, which is cool. But man, this fight's just really marred by the low blow for me. And Big Dan Murgliata just being a terrible referee, probably the worst referee, which is crazy because we got rid of Mario Yamasaki, Big John's gone, and now it's Dan Murgliata's turn to be taken out back to the pasture and do what you do with people in the pasture, right? It's got to be that because he's not that good of a ref anymore. Kind of a shame. I think Mike Malott's got a bright future ahead of him. Let's see, Mike Malott. I don't remember his record. I don't remember, like, he had a loss not too long ago. And I don't remember who it was to. He was finished though. Neil Magny ground and pounded. Like that's right. He beat the absolute snot out of Neil Magny at UFC 297. And was this in Canada? I think this is in Canada. Yeah, that's the one where Sean Strickland was like gonna save Canada or whatever. You remember that? But he since beat Giles, knocked out Radke with a left hook ground pound. And now Kevin Holland, which is like his career best win. So, big ups to him for getting a career best win. And I'm sure like we won't remember it as his next fight approaches. But like for now, it's just kind of like, meh, I'm good. I'm good. Like let's let bygones be bygones. Let's let this kind of lie. Let's let sleeping dogs lie here, because that was absolutely just overshadowed the entire performance. Because Malott fought really well. Showed some really good grappling against a scrambly guy. So there's not much bad you can say about him, but at the same time, you gotta kind of understand what's going on here. He won because of the low blow. Now, your third fight was Chito Vera versus Aiemann Zahabi, which was a weird fight. Chito Vera, fan favorite fighter. He has the same problems over and over and over again, and it's completely his fault. Yeah, it is. It's Chito Vera's fault he lost. Dude fights like a numbskull. Just brain rotted completely through. And it's crazy because when he smells blood, he's genuinely good. He abandons what works in fights. And we're going to talk about that with Aiemann Zahabi, who's not that good of a fighter, but somehow he's beaten Jose Aldo and Chito Vera now. Two fighters well below his legacy rating. Two fighters well below. I had a crazy thought during the fight, though. I was like, how bad would Merab versus Chito be? Like, Merab would just run through Vera, right? Just from sheer volume alone. And that's Chito. That's the crux of Chito Vera's problem right there. He's terrified to go. He doesn't want to go. He's looking for the perfect counter shot. He doesn't open up. And when he opens up, he's genuinely good. He has a chin that Max Holloway had. He has a great chin. He could take a beating. Like, think about to the Rob Font fight where he's like getting pieced up by Rob Font and just drops him every round. Like, yeah, okay, that's cool. High kick, watch this. And he's living off of that and the Dominic Cruz win and the Marlon Moraes win. He's living off of these big knockouts that he had. These big wins. But it's not working anymore. Everybody's got his game sussed out. Aiemann Zahabi had his game sussed out. Ish. Let's be real. Aiemann Zahabi didn't. He fought like he always does. Got dropped in round 2 and kind of survived. 2 judges gave him 2 rounds, and that's home field advantage for you. But like if Chito Vera doesn't abandon the teep kick to the gut, which Zahabi clearly hated, a blind person could see how much Aiemann Zahabi hated how much he got hit in the body. A good lead left hook to the body, even Vera landed a couple times. Hated it. He hated it. But you abandoned it in the 3rd round. He could have finished Aiemann Zahabi to the body if he really wanted to. Those push kicks to the body, like, not many people have a better one than Chito Vera. Because they are like a piston going after you. Wham! Right? But no. Chito Vera has to be the reserve. He tried a little bit more in the 1st round. Let's be real. He had more of an output. But, like, he's just so washed now. Like, so washed. Look at this run, fellas. Because it's not good. Look at this run. Zahabi lost to Figueiredo, lost to Sean O'Malley. Like, he's 1-4 in his last 5 fights. That split decision, which shouldn't have been a split decision. But like, he's living off the Rob Font, the Frankie Edgar one. Did he not fight Marlon Moraes like I said earlier? Oops, my bad. Like, he's living off these knockouts. He's such a good fighter when he wants to push the pace. It's just he can't anymore. Like, Sandhagen's smart. He sussed him out. Aldo, like, ran through him. Like, it was, like, the last great Jose Aldo performance, probably. Sean O'Malley styled on him. Figgy wrestled him to death, which, how are you getting bullied by a smaller man? Like, Figueiredo fought at 125. What are we doing? And now you lose to Aiemann Zahabi? Like, Mario Batista right here. Mario Batista would have ran through him. And I know we don't like Mario Batista because he beat Jose Aldo, but he's still a good fighter. So, like, at the end of the day, like, there's only one person to blame for Chito Vera's loss. He said he got robbed by the judges on X. There's only one person to blame, and that's himself. He really did lose that fight himself just by not being active, by going to the body. Like, why would you quit? He very clearly grimaces when you throw that push kick or that punch to the body. Very clearly. But you don't want to do it anymore. Do you really want to fight, bro? And if it was anybody else, like, Chito Vera would be cut by now. 1-4 in your last 5 fights. 3-fight losing streak, like that's cutting papers, right? That's your pink slip. But no, not for him. Not for him. Chito's fault. I mean, who can argue with me there? Like, it's definitely his. Manon Fiorot beat Jasmine Jasudavicius, which hurt my feelings. A really weird like left hand drop Jazz and had her on the doing the chicken legs. And I like Jasudavicius. She's super nice, and it kind of sucked to see her get beat like she did, get knocked out, because Jasudavicius was on a really good run. She lost to Tracy Cortez way back, but beat Priscilla, Fatima Klein, Lipski da Silva, Bueno Silva, which was crazy, and then Jessica Andrade, which it's 2024, 25, whenever she got that. Manon Fiorot breaks a streak of decision fights, though. She hadn't had a finish since her second fight in the UFC against Tabitha Ricci in 21. Since then, Bueno Silva, unanimous decision for Maya, Caitlin Chukagian, Sermonera, Rose Namajunas, Erin Blanchfield. Like, this chick has built up a good resume. Just didn't have what it took for Valentina Shevchenko. So maybe she's got to hope that Zhang Weili wins to get another title shot. Charles Jourdain knocked out Davey Grant, who's like ancient now. He's 38, 39. Charles Jourdain, flying knee to drop him, and then kind of just choked him out with the guillotine. That was super sick. Kyle Nelson beat Matt Frevola. This one was crazy. Kyle Nelson and Matt Frevola. Kyle Nelson managed to drop Matt Frevola in the first round and was like pouring on the damage. He was finished. And Big Dan Murguletta, worst referee in the UFC, needs to be reprimanded, by the way, caused the fight with 3 seconds. Or so we thought. So you thought. No. Instead, what he does is like, oh no, I was just calling the round. Like, he clearly didn't hear it. 3 seconds left on the clock. It was like clear as day. No buzzer until after. So Matt Frevola's like bailed out. And like, credit to him, like, he knows he got beat pretty bad. And he posted on X, I don't hear no bell, which is hilarious. But man, like, Nelson got robbed of a really good finish. He looks really cool, man. He was a decent fighter, and Matt Frevola's good, and like, it's crazy because like, he hits like a truck. You can tell he hits hard because as soon as somebody gets in there with him, like, they're backing up immediately. And then they kind of, his game is like, oh, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to figure out, and they figure him out, but it takes them a second to figure him out, So, but Kyle Nelson eventually got the win, which was super cool. I was happy he got it. I like Frevola though; he's a good guy, but Nelson should have been handed that win, and he wasn't. Drew Dober and Kyle Prepolec, that was interesting because Dober low-blowed Prepolec and lost a point, like, immediately. It changed the fight, took a point. You know what? No. Okay, I'm choosing chaos today because we've got to go on a tangent here for a second. In the NBA, we've said this before on the show. In the NBA, you don't get a warning for a shooting foul. There's no illegal or intentional. There's no intentional or unintentional traveling. There's just traveling. There's no intentional or unintentional pass interference. It's just pass interference. You rough the quarterback, you lose yards or you give up yards. Offsides, time clock, shot clock violation. You're penalized the first time it happens. Why are we not penalizing fence grabs, which happened in this fight or in this card? Low blows, eye pokes, anything that you cheat changes the fight. I don't care if I'm on the other side of the cage and I'm holding on to the back of the cage. Take a point. Do not put your fingers, do not put your toes in the cage. Take a point every single time. You want to fix this? You want to fix the low blow problem? And the referee's like making calls and not making calls. You want to fix those problems? Take a point every single time. There's no way you cannot take a point. If you pause the fight for any reason, a low blow, eye poke, whatever, if you have to correct a fighter, that's a point taken. Oh, it's going to give you a 10-6 scorecard or blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Punish the cheaters, then you fix the problem. You don't have any disincentive. Like, you should go out there very first round and just like soccer kick them in the nads. Very first thing you should do. Because they're not going to take a point from it. Just one low blow, why not? Poke the eyes one good time, hurt his vision, you can start targeting that side. Something. They're not going to take a point from you. Like, what incentive is there for you to keep the rules? There's no prevention from it. No. So we have to. Anyways, Drew Dober went out like a savage, and like I lost a point, and I need to win. This fight's too close, and he went and got the finish. Which is what he's supposed to do as a fighter. You don't give up once you give up 15 yards for pass interference. You don't give up on that. So why credit to Dober. He went out and got it done. Punches, knees, and elbows. That's crazy. Let's see. Enrique Lang knocked out Cody Gibson, a straight right to hammer fist. Like, Enrique Lang's better than people give him credit for. He's really cool. Young Sun Park lost his second straight fight to Bruno Silva, or the second straight fight, this time to Bruno Silva. The Jordan Santos and Danny Barlow had a close fight. Stephanie Luciando and Ravina Oliveira. Yusiri Belgaru beat Azamat Bakov, which was crazy because everybody's high on Azamat after his fight over Ryan Loder and Zach Reese, who I genuinely enjoy. But Belgaru was like a kickboxer, and he managed to go out there and get a knockout. Like, surprise, surprise, right? This guy's good. He's really good. And everybody was sleeping on him because he's got a couple losses in MMA. But he's a good fighter. Like, watch him. He'll get some good knockouts. He won't be Pereira level, but he'll get some good knockouts. And then the main card, or the fight opened up with Melissa Croden, who I don't know, versus Tierra Lisboa, who I also don't know. But that was a knockout win, so thank God, right? All in all, though, the fights were okay. They were average at best. The main event, though, man, really just bothered me. Reinier de Ridder really did give up in there. It was almost like he wasn't prepared. What was the Reinier de Ridder that went 5 rounds with Robert Whittaker, or however many rounds it was? The one that like just wilted Bo Nickal, right? Where was that Reinier de Ridder? Because he wasn't there. He took on a short notice opponent. He should have been the one like way more fresh. Instead, it was Brendan Allen, Louisiana's finest. Louisiana wrestling, like Fight Finders episode 8 right here. Yeah, I keep getting my camera backwards. Fight Finders 8, we got to see a bunch of Louisiana wrestlers, specifically beach wrestling, which is really cool. It's a good episode, you guys. This was fun, vibey, just kind of had a good time. The whole Fight Finder series is fun, and you guys will love it. So check this out. This is a really good, my documentary series.